Hi, I'm Adrian. I'm the Master Fitter at Cycle Lab in One City, and today I'll be introducing you to the Sally Italia ID Match bike fit. Right over behind me, we got the ID Match bike fitting system, which is a full dynamic fitting system, and it is also one of the only markerless systems in the world. The bike match system eliminates room for error, as with current bike setups there's lots of margin for error, and this will be eliminating it completely. So bike fit is very important to be seated correctly to also prevent any injuries from happening, but also to get your proper power into the bike. So today we'll be doing a fitting with Gerard, which is currently unsure of what size bike he should be riding. So we'll get him started on the system. He'll be filling in his personal details, and that's also a home address as well. And that is so that he can be logged on the international database. So whoever has an ID Match bike setup will be able to pull up his fitment details. Okay, I'm going to do some pre-assessment questions with Gerard to get an understanding of his body and if he had any breakages in the past. Gerard, is anything currently bothering you on your body? Wrists, ankles, legs, femur maybe broken or shoulder?
Nothing much, just sometimes shoulder pain.
Some shoulder pains, left side or right side? Right side shoulder pain. So we'll highlight the right side of the shoulder. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is your pain? 3 to 4. So we'll get some further details of Gerard's anatomy for the fitment. So now we'll be taking his height and then some body measurements as well. So next part of the process is to align your cleats. So we'll be taking some feet measurements to be 100% accurate. You can stand in front of the meter for me. Left foot in, right to the back. What I've picked up on Gerard's feet are the same measurements, so that's a good thing. So his cleats will basically be in the exact same position, and not one that will be slightly more forward compared to the other. Next part of the process is to find out whether or not Gerard is pronated or supinated, and that will be determined with the tilt meter. So we picked up Gerard is pronated, and that will determine in which angle his cleat will be, if it's in a positive or in a negative position. Now we'll do the cleat alignment based on his feet measurements. So now we've captured all Gerard's details, and now the system is giving measurements that we can go forward with. So purpose of the ID Match bike is to change out the handlebar that is recommended for the rider, and then the bike will determine where is your correct position to sit via a motion sensor camera and adjust dynamically. The system will give a measurement onto the ID Match bike according to Gerard's body geometry, and we'll say use this, and now the system will target basically his body geometry. Okay, so after all the adjustments, I'm just making sure that everything is tracking properly. And now we'll head over to the system and start his fitment session. So there is a little screen in front of you. If you can keep that between 60 to 70 RPM, and then that way your hips aren't going to rock all over the place. On the screen it is taking Gerard's body movements and adjusting dynamically. He will soon have an adjustment coming through right in a couple of seconds. So at the moment his saddle moved a little bit backwards. So what the system can do is it can stretch you out. It will bring you quite far in, but that is to understand the rider and then make adjustments from there. It's making adjustments off of the motion camera and the infrared screen behind the rider. His end goal, he did go with quite an aggressive setup or professional setup, so he will have quite a straight back once the system is done. Next part of the process is to choose your frame. ID Match is loaded with all the bike brands in the world. What bike brand are you wanting to go with? What's your new bike? Obaya. We'll search the Obaya brand over here. Gerrit's assessment is done. We figured out the best size for him would be a size 49 in a Obaya Orca OMX, and also a 380mm wide handlebar, and also a narrow saddle, which is the S series saddle. We will now proceed with Gerrit's order to get his bike, and once his bike arrives and completely built, we will put it in the ErgoView setup station over here and let all the measurements correspond correctly, so he's seated in his biomechanical position, and that is where he's most efficient and most comfortable. This is what you can expect from the ID Match bike setup to get your biomechanical position correct on the bike. Bookings are made at CycleLab in one city only, as the system is in Cape Town. And thanks for watching, guys.